Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Euro Cooking Canuck. On tonight's show, I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, and that's putting together both of my segments, Memories of Macedonia and Memories of Malta. Now, many of you know that I do come from a Maltese and a Macedonian background, and hence why I'm doing this video. The reason I'm doing this video is because both countries have some similarities actually when it comes to the cuisine. Why, you ask? Is because both countries had to deal with the Ottoman Turks during that empire. Now, both countries did fight off the Ottoman Turks in their own way, but that's neither to say that the influence was still there. And a lot of inspired dishes or the origins come from Turkey. Now, this whole region, the Mediterranean, sub-Mediterranean, the Aegean, Adriatic, and Balkan area do have influence from the Ottoman Turks and during that empire. So from Spain to Greece to Malta to even northern Africa, these flavors will emerge. Now, these flavors were inspired from or the region, but this actual recipe comes from a Turkish origin. Now, both countries would have adapted to their own flavors and tastes, of course, and obviously. However, the theme remains the same. So tonight what I'm going to be doing for you guys is basically an eggplant with a kofte or meatballs in between. In Macedonia, we would call this Modar Patlijan, so Kofte. And in Maltese, we would call this Brungiel Bil-Pulpetti. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and make this. I apologize again for the pictures, but this camera is dying and it takes me forever to do one segment. So I have a friend who's going to be helping me out with that, and soon I'll have my new camera up and running. I promise. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's go into the kitchen and I'll show you how to make this amazing fusion. Hey everyone, I have my ingredients together. It's a beef pork mixture with some garlic powder, paprika, mint, parsley, and some paprika that's hot from Macedonia. Here I have my eggplants ready. I tried to get eggplants that are all the same size, and I mixed my meat really well. I sprinkled some salt on my eggplant and I cut them into fairly thick slices, as you can see here, because you don't want them to shrivel up too much in the cooking time. They are going to be sandwiched between meat. There you go. I've made some patties. Make them about the same size as each slice of your eggplant. And then the next thing you're going to do is line them up in a baking tray, alternating meat and eggplant. I have a tomatoes and some hot peppers. Hot peppers are optional. You can use sweet, but you know, Macedonians love hot peppers. And then you're going to cut those up and you're going to disperse them evenly throughout the dish. I alternated the peppers and the tomatoes. Now I had extra, so I did something a little bit different. I scooped out the center of the eggplant and this one, and I filled them up, like basically stuffed them. And then of course I put the tomatoes and hot peppers on top. Then you're going to get some oil with some conserva or tomato paste, and you're going to start cooking that in the oil till it gets aromatic and it starts to change a bit of color. This is a very simple sauce and you shouldn't be fussing about too much with it. Once it starts to smell really good, what I did was put in a beef bouillon cube, and then I'm going to add some water eventually. Now I've added some paprika as well as a little bit of salt and pepper to taste in here, and I've added my water. Now I've gone ahead and chopped up some parsley as well and threw that in there for some aromatics. And then I let this come to a boil, and then I turn down my heat and I put a lid on it, slightly ajar, and just let it simmer very slowly. Once it's cooked, you're ready to put your sauce on top of your meat and eggplant mixture. Now, I just poured this over very gently and let it soak in, even with the patties and on top of the eggplant, just let it all soak in. It's a better picture here because I put on my flash, but this is all ready to go in the oven. Now, I've let this bake in the oven just until the meat was cooked and the eggplant starts getting brown. You do not need to cook this very long, you guys. It is a great dish. It's very easy and simple. You can make this during the weeknight. The smell of the tomato sauce and the mint, and oh, it was just one of the best things I've had. Now here I plated it up with some homemade kefir and some crusty bread for dipping. And I really enjoyed this, guys. It does not take long to put together and it does not take long to cook. You can easily make this on a weeknight. I really, really enjoyed this meal more than I thought I would. The kofte or the meatballs or the polpetti have a beautiful mint flavor that goes through there, slightly garlicky, and it was really great. Guys, if you like, please subscribe, hit like. See you next time, my members of Malta and Macedonia.